Hey everybody! So I wanted to pop on real quick and do a quick little video on how easy it is to apply Color Street nails. The set that I'm going to be showing you is one from my personal stash. It's a retired set. This one's called LA Dreams. It is a super pretty pink glitter. So when you open up your nail sets, you're going to get on the back of every box, there's instructions. It tells you exactly how to put them all on, super easy. Plus, you can always reach out to me. On the back of all my business cards, I have the same set of instructions, and I can walk you through the process. So, you're going to open up your nail sets. You're going to get the strips of nails. There are 16. There's 8 of each different sizes. So there's going to be a size to fit almost every single nail. You've got super teeny, skinny ones. You've got big nails, mostly for thumbs. You're going to get an alcohol prep pad. You're also going to get a mini nail file. The new nail files, like I said, this is a retired set, so some of the files and stuff are a little bit different, but the new ones are these really cool nail files. So you're getting one of those in all of your kits. The only other thing that I keep on hand when I apply my nails is a rubber cuticle pusher, or you can even use the wooden cuticle sticks. Those work too. You don't need it. I just keep it on hand just in case I need it. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up the plastic wrapper. And almost all of them have a little tab. There we go. So it's going to have a little like rip tab. From there, you're going to remove your sets of nails. And like I said, they come with 2. So you're going to have 2 of each size, and there's 8 different sizes. So you have 16 different sets to choose from. Make sure that your nail strips are warm, at least room temperature. If not body heat, you can put them in your back pocket while you're buffing and filing your nails down and removing your nail polish, just so that they're warm. You don't want them to be cold, or else they're not going to adhere properly. Also, make sure that your hands are warm. If you're doing this in winter or you have naturally cold hands, run them under some warm hot water first. Wash your nails really well. Sit on them if you have to. Do whatever you got to do to make sure that your fingers and the nail strips are not cold. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is prep your nails. You take, it's just an alcohol prep pad. So you take those and you're going to want to wipe the top of your nails really well to make sure you get all of the oil and dirt off of your fingernails. My nails are a little bit longer, as you can see. Don't mind the cut on my finger. So what I do is I also do underneath my fingernails, and I'll show you why in a minute as we go. And the last thing that I do is I also do my fingertips, because you're going to be handling these nail strips and you want them to not get contaminated with any of the oils that might be on your fingers, and you don't want those stuck in between the layers of your nail polish. So let those dry. Then you take your nails and you're going to pick your sizes. Always start with your pinkies, because you're going to use your thumb as a tool. So I'm going to use the thumb on my opposite hand to do the application and to press it under. So you want to keep those clear so that you're not risking pulling them off or anything like that. So then you're going to pick your size. I usually don't need the smallest pinky because my nails are not that small. So as you'll notice on at least the middle, the second to last strip, it's a little bit bigger at the bottom and it kind of tapers off to a little bit smaller at the top. You can use either side of this depending on the shape of your nail. I tend to need the side that has the tab because my nails are a little bit bigger towards the base. So what you do is you're going to peel off, there's a clear piece of paper, you can kind of see it. So you're going to peel off the clear top tab, throw that away. Then there's a little silver tab, and you're going to peel the nail away from the white backing, just like that. So there's your nail strip. I hold it from the tab and go from there. So because I need the tab side, just pull it off. Really easy, it's perforated, and that's it. So what I do is I turn it around, and then you're going to line it up with the cuticle of that nail. Do not go over the cuticle. You don't want it over the skin because it's more likely to pull up as it cures, and you don't want it pulling away from the skin and then potentially snagging on something. So you're going to put it on and line it up. Easy. So then what I do is I will push from cuticle to the top of the nail. And then I push it from middle towards the outsides so that it's nice and smooth. And I'll show you too why I have my cuticle stick is because a little bit on the edge, it's a little hard to see right there, but there's a little bit of overlap onto the skin, totally fine. So it's a little bit better to use the sizes that are a smidge too big as compared to something that's gonna be too small. So push that down, kind of tug it up a little bit. And then what I do is I use my nail from the other side of my thumb as a tool, and I actually tuck it underneath my nails. So I will do that all the way around and kind of perforate it with my fingernail around the bottom. Tuck it in just a little bit underneath the bottom of my long nail. You can do it with short nails too. It's a little bit harder on shorter nails. My other hand, I broke a couple nails off, so those are short, so I won't be able to do it with those, but it helps prevent chipping at the tips. And that's it. On and done. So what I'll do with my rubber cuticle stick is I'll take the pointy end on this side and I'll kind of push it down along the edge just to kind of adhere it to the inner part of my nail, right along the edge right there. And you can perforate it with that as well. That way, if there's any extra hanging over the side, it just kind of perforates off, but it goes as close to the skin as possible so that you don't have anything extra. So easy peasy, done. It's dry. The best thing to do is to let these sit for about a half an hour or so before you go doing washing dishes, taking a shower, taking a bath, just so that it really has time to dry and cure on your nail. So next thing, pick your next size, line it up. You can practice without taking the plastics off just in case. So I'm about that one. Peel the clear layer off. Peel the gray tab away from the white lining. And then this one, you can just leave the tab right on, right up to the cuticle, kind of over the top. Start at the cuticle, push towards the tip, and then down along each side. Then again, I will take it, fold it under my nail from the middle, and then I do each side from there. Perforate it using my nail, or you can use a cuticle pusher. Done. Easy peasy. So then I will line it up with the next one. I usually skip that one and go to the fourth one from the biggest for my middle finger, only because it's a little bit wider than my pointer. So same thing, peel off the clear tab, peel it off from the white backing, and then line it up. I push back my cuticles before starting so that there's more nail for the strips to adhere to. So again, right down the middle, and then I push down from the middle towards the sides. Fold it over. And again, the reason that I fold it over is so that it's less likely to chip along the tips of my nails, and also less likely to shrink when it cures. And then you gently peel away where you've perforated, and you're done. So again, once you let these sit for about a half an hour, I usually do mine right after I take a shower at night, right before I go to bed. And then in the morning, I will take my file. You can use this one, you can use whatever file you have at home, and file in a single direction. So you're not gonna wanna go back and forth like a saw. You're gonna wanna do one direction, and you can file off any extra that may be along the tips of your nails, but try to do that after they cure so that they don't pull up from the nail. So that way they have a little bit of time to be able to fully adhere. So then I usually go back to that fourth one that I peeled off, or fifth one that I peeled off, take off the clear, peel it off, right up along the cuticle, and kind of stretch them a little bit to help get right over the, if you have curvy nails, over the top. And this is why I do my thumbs last, because I use them as tools. Peel it off. And you're done. So if you happen to have super short nails, mine are a little bit too long to do it with right now, but what you can do is you can actually use half of the strip for 2 nails. So 1 nail and then for the other hand. So what you would do then is you would apply over the nail like you normally would, fold it over, kind of perforate it off, but then save that other half. So you can see on one of the ones I already used, I have about half left over. So you would turn around and use that. I could probably use it on this one, but I crinkled it. Put it on the other nail, same thing, push it on, and then you're done. So then you have your extras. All right, so I've got one more nail. We'll do this one real quick. Sometimes if I need to warm it up too, I just kind of hold it in my hand for a minute as I'm getting ready to do the other one. So clear layer, silver layer or white layer, and then you do your thumb. Adhere it front to back, side to side. And the heat from rubbing it too with your fingers will also help it adhere. And of course that one I just tore off because I was too rough with it, but that is okay because I'll show you a trick if that happens. So what I did is, because I pulled it a little bit too hard, it tore just a little bit. Of course, it's so hard to see. You can kind of see a little bit at the tip of my nail that it pulled, didn't quite cover the nail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the part that tore off and I'm gonna place it over the tip of my nail. So from the back, I'm just gonna go down a little bit farther. And you can do this with the glitters. This makes it super easy. You can do it with some of the solids too. You're gonna see a little bit of the line, but you're only the one that's gonna notice it. Nobody else is really gonna notice that. So I do that, and then I just continue what I was doing. Push it over the edge and fold it over. So you'll feel a little ridge, about right there or so where the other one is, but no one's gonna see it. Like, you couldn't even tell. So that's a good way to do touch-ups if you do something like that. Glitters are the easiest. They hide the flaws. They're awesome. You can do it with solids. You could do it with designs. You might just have to line up a design from one of your extra sets. I save my pinkies for touch-ups like that. If I happen to catch it on something or whatever, I've got a backup. So then I can use my cuticle stick, because this one was a little bit big, and I can use it to kind of clean up any extra along the side of the nails so that it doesn't catch on anything. So very carefully, I just kind of perforate it, and you can peel it right off. And you can do that after it cures too. That's fine. So, done. That's it. So that is how easy they are to apply. I'll usually take my alcohol wipe after I'm done and kind of wipe them one more time just to kind of seal everything on there. You don't have to. And that's it. And then, like I said, give them about half hour or so before you do dishes or really submerge your hands, just so it gives it that little bit of time for that extra 5% of wetness that's in the polish to dry. Because when you take them out of the package, they are 95% dry, so there's still a little bit of moisture in there. You want to let them dry and harden real well, and then you're good to go. So I hope that was helpful. If you need anything, let me know. Thanks.